It's your guy, Eats the DDY, Eddie, and you're here with us on an interesting episode on Insight with Teddy. Today, I'm here with Frankie, the name started Frankie. One beautiful, cute, Charlie. Make I reserve my words, madam. How are you doing? Hey, and your crash, me come a crash, come a crash, and your crash, madam. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Blessings. I hope you good.
Yes, I'm very fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Now that mean besides someone to say,
I know, like I know your question you asked. Yo,
yeah, you mean you cast a crash into viewers, that was what I was talking about. Say, or try some fanboy. I say, yo, I hope you're good.
My girlfriend is watching me, so.
Girlfriend, big ups. So I hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so Phyllis, right?
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry, I didn't let you even introduce yourself.
Okay.
Madam.
Don't mind. Hello, guys. I'm Phyllis May.
Phyllis May.
Yes, Phyllis May.
Phyllis
May.
We know him. As usual. Yeah, Frankie. So, Phyllis, Frankie, today, I don't know if you ever thought of this. Why is it in our household, in our various household, the statistics share this ABR telenovelas and as a movie moment you don't say two, especially the Mexicans telenovelas. You see, say your mom or your dad or guardian will be looking at you. As if say a sin say overshare that scene. So act of sex, anything including that X thing being a taboo in our various households and things. Let's start with Phyllis. Phyllis, what's your take on this?
Okay, in my household, I don't know about you all.
Okay.
There was a misobsession. You didn't talk about sex. I don't know about you all, but in my house, the time I heard of sex, I think I was around 16 years of age.
Yes.
And it wasn't even from my parents. And yet my parents find a catcher me. Meaning, but Obuhanoma, Usanwa, how cold school, now when they introduce you in the church animal.
Okay, that's true.
Menu TV, so I say. They say I bet normal. People used to say that word, but then I didn't know what it was until say Nyam who someone can TV. So now me who seems no. That was when I was convinced that this is what they're talking about.
And the scenes you imagine that even the things leading up to sex, like the kissings, the close hugging, and the things being cringe, about our parents, my own. Because for me, they never did. I mean, a bar say kissing partner, side eye. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. See, be like Obeshan as a baby, and for it's bad. Actually, bad. It's affected a lot of things. What about you?
Okay, I wish saying my parents them who say one kakra sometimes when there are some scenes or make a trust sorry call. But then school.
Sorry call.
Yes.
Frank, yes, sorry.
Even so that bedtime.
Like
said they even said the bedtime the time my own base some movies no. Only say 8:30 in a baby movie. Wada.
Imagine Kukubaja. What's it just the sounds of the Kukubaja notes?
Yeah, my own see wada. Even making sure wada around that time. But then because school, my friends be church match me. It's not anything different.
Difference from it. Frankie, what's your take on this, bro?
For me, let me see. I didn't spend my time with my parents, you understand?
Okay.
So those kind of stuffs I was exposed to.
Charlie, you kind of maintain you. I said you're on what for the 2 years, maintain.
It's not about the girl.
So speak up, bro.
Okay, listen. Hey, man. I told you. I said I was exposed to those kind of things because I didn't live with my parents. Do you understand? Like sex, telenovelas and those kind of stuffs.
Okay.
I used to watch it. Do you understand? And my friends also used to talk about it. Most of the times. Do you understand?
Yes.
So anytime I'm with them, like he go will fly, you see.
Fly.
So that was what I got the idea from.
Okay.
They were the one who introduced me to those kind of things. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because I didn't sit with my parents to watch movie. No, I never did. Like one room or maybe hall or something. Then we are all there watching movie.
I didn't say a stranger. one thing, me no man pet telenovelas I'm share with my guardians. I never liked it. Because me guardians and they be like, hey, where I cry? Then I watch it. But with my guardians, it wasn't something they were really entertained of. They didn't entertain that thing. That's such kind no entertainment. Moments like this is it's getting to a kissing part, something. Switch the TV off. Hey. Yeah, bounce on. I saw okay be a Vienna and I say that yeah, only girl be now you bounce I will be like
like I said, training change.
When you were
It happens,
yeah. So there be any bouncing me. But that as y'all say, I just had them learned about them in school. So imagine say there be as parents, as upcoming parents. Yeah, but yes. Who knows about and yeah, so are we trying to say yeah crowd you better keep your move away from such things?
Not me. But I ban me woo now I had the first number tier 6 because me chain will be in control. Wouldn't say to see my back as macho one hand me different at him. One has some me kind and yet insulting one hand make a certain conscience.
Yes.
Make a sure say one hand last time so make a sign and yet because you will be on next time who me only make a sab only make a the same exact week.
Yeah.
When I told you told me a different thing. Oh call catch and say me so nim kasa oh can say a be insulting to him. It's on no whom ya or begging me say me did nothing. One has one me kind of polite way. You get it?
Of course.
And I feel say one says it's going to be out there no. One can't train Rebecca train. And I feel as a parent, you are supposed to the one telling your kids about certain things. Oh, Katrin, and come home. Send your Caribbean where Katrin said, this is your name.
Yeah.
You don't expect someone to tell a child, this is the person's name.
Phyllis May.
Yes,
Phyllis
you get
May.
it. I was being named Phyllis, and I'm proud. And you know, being what about Katrin said, this is your name.
Your name, yes.
I was being told Phyllis by my parents. You get it?
Yes.
So I expect them to tell us as well. We should know everything out there because Obi and Kanchua will be better.
So, Frankie.
I don't think I agree with it. You understand?
Kids say sex, this the things involving.
You know, there are some things they shouldn't be exposed to.
Why?
What are you going to tell your kid?
Sex education one.
Sex.
One thing I always ask, I do ask my lecturer about sex education. If say right or wrong, say we expose your kids to even the images and I say
images
with the animations of sex. To your tender kids, those in their tender ages, maybe 10, 11, 12, those animations, say they be making aware, say, these are the acts that goes on in sexual intercourse.
Yes, raising awareness is very important.
You didn't listen to my reason why I said.
Why? Okay, why?
Sorry, like, why? They shouldn't be exposed to that. Listen, if they are at a tender age, do you understand? And you expose them to those kind of things.
Yes.
Curiosity.
And
no. Do you understand?
Do you know
they would want to do it.
No.
Do you understand? They would like to practice it. Because what are you going to tell them? Are you going to hide it from them? The fact that sex is like something sweet,
okay,
something
let me tell
better.
you this.
There
is a huge difference between ignorance and curiosity. Let me tell you this.
Ignorance and curiosity.
Yes. Unim she no difference say unim now person uhunu more.
Try.
Into and say o manu huna say unim kra no beka hwe no.
Me when say wanya like if she's ignorant, that's best. Okay. Do you understand? Because if you're ignorant, you don't go and do it. No. Listen. If you're ignorant,
no.
Listen, you don't know anything about sex.
Listen, you should listen.
No. Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm listening to what you're saying. But being ignorant, I'm in school, social media, because my crown will be 10 years, I'm on my phone. Those porn sites and those P sites and OnlyFans sites, saying I want to access to.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that I'm sex eventually get exposed to. When get exposed to now says maybe parents and try. And
I'm saying that you as a parent shouldn't expose your child at a tender age to those kind of things.
So why not expose
sexual education,
like there should be a limit. Do you understand? Maybe when you do say. Do you understand?
Give me the age.
I won't give you any age.
You should have an age. You should.
Okay, if you say that your word is good enough, you understand?
Good enough.
See, how do you define grown enough?
Grown enough, maybe let me say, like we know that, like in Ghana, if you're 18 years, we consider
18 years.
Listen, if you're 18
Fellas,
years,
18 years.
we consider you as a mature
Let
person.
me ask you a question, Frankie.
Don't you know that in
Frankie,
Ghana, if you're 18 years, we consider you as a grown-up or mature person?
Yes.
So
you know
do
that's
you
right.
expect? Listen, do you expect all the people who are not virgins to be below the age of 18 or to be above the age 18?
Like at tender age, like the child or your word is too small. Do you understand? There are some things which are more beneficial to the child you should be focusing on. Do you understand?
Yes.
Than talking to your word about sex.
No.
So what's more important than sex?
Something like let me see something like emotional support, school. Do you understand?
Now school no wait. Phyllis,
When you old school,
your school no, you need your school. Yo, you for school no.
Listen.
School mean to opa just say outdoor sites.
Yeah.
School na me who bebre. What
School na who bebre. But at tender ages, we are saying somewhere like maybe primary JHS.
No more tender age. JHS1. It was JHS1. And I'm that outdoor sites. Yes.
Now listen,
Are you a kid?
Frankie.
Of course.
Frankie, listen.
Of course.
You are underage.
No.
Listen to me.
Yes, I'm listening. Yes. What are you
You should know this.
Uh-huh.
And Chronomical School, do you know what they are saying? Their peers. Most children are exposed to certain things because of their peers.
Let me
they are younger.
Like,
do you know what they are saying?
How many of them are exposed to that?
Wait, AI, you can't tell me say how many of them are exposed to sex at that tender age. JHS. I was introduced to those outdoor sites, JHS1. With by my friends. JHS1. So
frankly speaking, how many students in JHS1 are using
percentage wise more than 70%, bro.
In SHS1.
JHS1 more than 70%.
Sorry, JHS1.
Yes, more than 70%.
That's a lie.
Frankie,
that's a fact.
Frankie,
You are lying.
Frankie,
in Ghana here.
Listen, let me tell you what.
We are not talking about other countries. In Ghana
Let me tell
here.
you this.
I'm listening.
It depends on the community the child is from.
Yeah.
That's one.
Okay.
Speaking
Makes
from
sense.
experience, me to grow from me. Do you know the number of kids as young as 2 years? Mom and the papa, I say how old? And I understand crying.
Well, yo, Frankie,
So because listen,
do
do you expect people from communities like Ahojo and Nekro from when you are to meet, you expect the people from Ahojo to have a high percentage of robbery?
I understand what you're saying, but you are speaking from a different perspective.
Let me tell you, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, you are talking about, let me say, like a more advanced town.
What about those in the rural areas? It's more advanced than Krofrom.
I'm not saying Ahojo is more advanced than
Krofrom. An apology right now.
You said.
Listen,
where from did you say you are from?
Krofrom.
Do you understand? What about those in, let's say, those in the do you understand? They are not exposed to phone. Maybe in a class.
Do you live there? Do you live there?
No.
Do you get it?
Do you live there?
So
this society.
No, I want to ask this question.
You don't live there.
I want to ask this question.
You don't speak for the whole community.
I said I'm asking this question. Okay. Are you saying like the percentage of those using phones in SHS1 are more than those
SHS?
using phones?
Yes.
Sorry. I say
yes.
SHS.
Let me tell you this.
No, I'm sorry. I'm saying
out
JHS.
of experience, I can
sorry,
say
I'm saying
yes.
JHS.
Frankie, from where I've been.
Sorry, I'm saying JHS.
Frankie,
JHS.
Yes, speaking.
No, this is a total lie. Do you understand?
Yeah, from where I've
it's a
been
lie.
to. No, from where I've been to.
Okay.
Things those I've been in contact with. Most of them, like early class 5 or man ne
how many of them?
Many of them.
How many of them? If they are 14, let me tell you. If they are 14 class, if they are listen,
let me tell you
if they are 14 class, I will say about even just 5 of them.
I'm listening. If a single person owns a phone, now they are all going to be exposed to it. Exposure doesn't mean the number of people who have access to something.
Having a cell phone.
But the number of people who see that thing.
How many schools in Ghana allow JHS students to use phone in school? So if you want to expose, are you listening to what I'm saying? If you want to expose other kids to, let me say, like sex or something, do you understand? Or what you watch on your phone. How will you do it? Because you spend at least maybe, let me say, 7 hours in school. The rest of the hours you spend it with your parents.
Frankie,
do you understand? So if your parents expose you to those kind of stuffs, then I think it's not right.
Frankie,
do you understand? Because you are still young.
Honestly speaking, Phyllis made a point. Say we get these stubborn kids. Let me do stubborn.
What's the stubborn kid?
The boys and the
how many of them? How many of their kids were you able to like persuade them into those kind of acts?
No, I didn't persuade.
You influence them. Tell him.
How many of them? How many of them? No. This is just simple.
It's a single person. You know, even if it's a single person, that person could also influence someone.
But please don't tell it.
But we are talking, if you were the one who started with the statistics, you understand? So how many of them?
Listen, even if it's a single person, like I said earlier, there's an influence.
Yes,
you can impact someone's life wrongly or rightfully. So regardless, there's an influence.
So that's the percentage. If every parent decide to expose his or her ward to, let me say, sex, you understand, at a tender age, what do you think will happen in Ghana?
You should have an age. What age are you being tied them to?
Frank, wait. You say, what do we expect or think will happen in Ghana?
Yeah.
I think, no. From what you're saying, I see your perspective being the negative part. Imagine, I as a parent, may introduce to sex to me kid at a tender age.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Mature say STI so
good.
Pregnancy.
Sex added.
STI so
sex added.
Wait, STI so.
The same.
No. It's just a simple way. You are saying you are also saying the negative part.
Wait, I show you the consequence. The consequence say STIs, they are real. HIV/AIDS is real. Teenage pregnancy. Say teenage pregnancy. It's your life. What you are saying.
You are more focused on the negative part.
Yes, that's what we try.
I can also tell my wife that you can have sex, but you have to use protection.
Wait.
You are saying that you said earlier. You're not going to introduce the child to that.
I'm saying that based on the point that is raising. No, I'm saying that because of the point he's raising here, he's more focused on the, let me say, negative part. That's why I'm telling him.
Give us some positive.
I can tell you that. Okay, I'm not saying that I'll advise my child to like. I will
so
say
what
my
are the
child.
positive you saying? I'm not saying. You should say.
Listen. You are not listening. I can say. I can say that. I've already said that I'll not expose my child to those kind of stuff at a tender age. Do you understand? So let me say, but I'm giving you maybe like some of the positives. Do you understand?
Yes.
Maybe I can tell you that sex. One of the best things that can ever happen to you in your life is sex.
Telling your kid that tender age. That tender age. Having a convo with your parents. And a tight
you know that's right.
Having a tight convo with your parents.
Yes. They say sex.
Frankie, why the same person who was talking about introducing your kids to settings, and you are here telling them this exact thing?
You said I hear words. Pardon, yes. Rewind, go back. I want to hear what you're saying.
Weren't you the same person who was against we telling our kids?
But Frankie, the positive sides, if someone can say, positive sides, it doesn't make for me and sound it well, man. Because negative sides, no.
It's our numbers are positive.
Yes, Obenya STIs. In life, no, Obe say the whole future, there be a film club. I want to be a doctor. What's it?
I understand.
So you tell me some negative sides.
Okay, I'm saying
positive sides.
If only let me see.
Yes.
If you are telling your word about the negative side, why can't you tell your word about the positive side?
What are the positive sides?
What are the positive sides?
What are the positive? I mean, since sex there.
One.
Why can't you tell your parents?
Okay,
why can't you tell your word?
My catch my word and say sex. Yes, the feeling is heavenly. It's nice.
Okay,
give me another
that can ever happen to her in her life.
No, best thing. There is no best thing. Say
give me another.
Wait. Mami ma, met ma ko Oxford. Menya me degree in medicine, and I say anything is me. That's the best feeling for me I could ever have.
Oh, nice.
More than sex.
To you,
yes. And I know say Omo Phyllis, what's your best feeling you would ever have?
To be a cardiologist.
You feel me? To be a cardiologist, now when you nipa akuma,
degree, no.
Come on.
Imagine me be a cardiologist.
Come on. So tell me, what's the best thing?
Both of you have a different perspective, and I understand. You understand? So if you are telling your word that these are the negatives.
Yes.
But I want you to also tell your word that.
How many positives do we have? How many positives?
But you are saying that
you just said positive.
Yeah. I'm saying that okay. Do you understand? So why can't you tell your word that? You are saying that you won't tell your word that. Why can't you do that? Do you understand? I'm just asking you a question. Why can't you do that? If you know you can't do that, then you shouldn't expose your child at a tender age. Because if he or she is growing up, do you understand?
No.
If she Are you listening?
No,
what
do
you mean by no?
I am listening.
Make a point clear.
Yes, I'm making it clear. Listen, if he or she is growing up, you'll be able to tell your word that sex is very sweet. Do you understand? You will be able to tell.
That's the point. It's very sweet. That's what you
grown enough?
You said you are exposing your child.
Yes.
You are telling him or her about sex at a tender age.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
But you can't tell her about like sex being sweet. Do you understand? You are more. You are
honestly,
talking.
Frankly, honestly, Benny, it's sweet. It's sweet. Yes.
You have no points. You have
Give me
no
another
points.
point.
I understand.
You have no points to prove.
Give me some points. Negative side.
Even the sweet enough is enough for the child to practice it.
Enough.
You know that
pregnancy.
Even just
9 months.
Listen, even telling.
I don't care.
If you say that if I have sex and someone will get pregnant, I don't care.
You don't care.
Because it is sweet, I'll go and do it.
Frankie, you don't care.
I don't care.
9 months. Because
if she gets pregnant, if she gets pregnant,
Frankie has a point.
Are you listening?
So I don't have to extract her points.
I don't know how to
You have a point.
Listen, I don't listen to my point.
Curiosity kills like you made mention like curiosity. Yes,
You understand?
the curiosity.
So if you listen,
I know me.
I'm listening.
I'm not in disagreement with you or something. Yes, at the end of the day, but the negative side it outweighs the positive.
Okay, even if the negative side outweighs the positive side.
Yeah, that's the
listen,
thing.
Viewers, maybe you told your kid that sex is sweet. Do you understand? Sex is very sweet. Do you understand? You told your kid that sex is very sweet. Do you understand? That's sweet. Even telling your kid that sex is sweet is enough. Yes, it is a must reason for the kid
so
to try.
I'm going to risk your child's life because of how sweet sex is.
Regardless of telling your kid that you contract what? STIs. Regardless of telling her that you get the girl pregnant.
Listen,
So what?
Frankie, listen.
You get the girl pregnant. So
Frankie,
what?
listen.
No.
Frankie, listen.
Because you know that who doesn't
Let
like
me
something
make
which
this
is sweet?
point clear.
Yeah,
Listen.
if you tell me that
Frankie, listen.
if you tell me that if I go this
Frankie.
place I'll get gold.
Listen.
I'll get gold or I'll get diamond. Why won't I go?
Frankie, listen.
Even if you say, hey,
Eddie,
maybe if you
have
can't.
no points to prove.
Frankie, chill out.
Listen.
What you say?
Yes, I'm listening.
Viewers, listen. So I'm going to risk your life for 30 minutes of sex. Some people
30
last
minutes.
as long as
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2
So
minutes.
I'm going to risk your life because of 2 minutes of sex?
Viewers.
No.
Viewers.
No.
Viewers. We are not saying risk your life for 30 minutes. Do you understand? Why don't you expose your child that? Why don't
That's
you tell
exactly
your
what you
child
said.
if you have
Make
sex,
a point.
I'm making a point. Why don't you tell your ward that if you have sex, you can protect yourself? Do you understand? You can have sex, but you can protect yourself. Do you understand? Because we all know that how sex is and how it has changed some people. Do you understand? Even if we tell you to that, go to this school and sex is here, which one will you take? Many people will take the road that leads to sex.
It's just you.
Frankie.
It's not just me.
Speak for yourself.
Listen, we are talking we are talking about, let me say, average. Let's take average. Percentage. Average. That's the same reason why you said that most people in JHS1 are using phones more than those who are not using phones. And that's a total lie.
Yo.
It's not a lie.
Phyllis made a point.
Listen, maybe.
Wait, Phyllis made a
never a
point.
lie.
You are not thinking about those in the rural areas.
Frankie.
Listen, let me
Phyllis-
make this point clear. I said, regardless of the number of people you influence, even if it's a person, you have impacted that person's life. So
I understand.
regardless,
Frankie,
he has
And
impacted
I'm
that
saying
person's
that
life.
how many of them will you be able to impact?
Frankie.
If I'm influenced, you're going to influence someone.
I understand.
Think of
So
that.
how many of them?
You should have that in mind.
You understand? Because you spend less time with let me see, like at a tender age, you spend less time with friends. You know, you
That's
spend
a lie. That's a lie.
time with friends.
That's a
You are
lie.
not listening to what I'm saying.
No, more time with friends than your parents.
You are not listening to
Yes,
what.
Frankie.
How many hours do you spend in school?
Frankie.
Roughly, let me say
8
5,
hours.
7 hours.
Frankie,
8 hours.
wait.
And how many times do you get to like have a conversation with your friends? Are you listening?
Sa 7 hours.
Your friend, you are not listening.
No, Frankie. Sa 7 hours.
You are not listening to what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
me friend Kasao.
Fred, you are not listening.
Frankie now class there Frankie now class. There be any
your
about
teacher will not come to class. Your teacher will not come to class to teach.
Mr. Usu there be
And I'm saying that
say
if
come
you
on.
spend 7 hours in class, let me say like barely 5 hours will be with your teachers.
Really?
Barely 5 hours. How many times do you go on break?
Obekasa bro. Names of
Now to all sex on WhatsApp.
No
necessarily.
And
You
not
should accept the fact that you barely spend time with your friends at a tender age. Let me say maybe you are grown, maybe somewhere in the university or let me see SHS. Then you have your freedom.
Okay,
you
so
can go out.
listen.
You can go. How come? Maybe class is going on. Really, you can come. Hey, bro, that's lie, man. Then you'll be talking about girls and some other things.
No,
at a tender age,
Frankie,
listen,
no.
you are not listening. Let me finish.
Okay,
But at a tender age, if you go to school, how many times do you talk with your friends during break time, lunch time?
Frankie,
How many times do you talk with your friends?
From Monday to Friday, always.
Well, you don't have this point. Let me tell you. So why do you think we have high rates of teenage pregnancy all across the globe? Why?
High rate of teenage pregnancy.
Yes.
Teenage.
High rate.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait. Let me get this. Let me get this fact.
Yes, get it.
Yeah.
Because
Yesterday.
the teenagers think they know more than the parents do because the parents don't have conversations with them. Imagine
Frankie.
your parents told you about how pregnant you are going to look or how sick you are going to look once you are pregnant. They don't tell you that. They just tell you to abstain from it.
Yes.
Frankie.
And clearly, because you are very curious, you go into it. That's what I'm trying to say.
I understand.
So once you raise awareness,
you are saying that high rate. Do you understand? That means that the number of teenagers, you are saying the number of teenagers who are exposed to teenage pregnancy are more than those who are not.
Frankie, yesterday.
Exactly
Is that what you are saying?
Exactly my point.
Just yesterday. Just
I don't agree
yesterday.
to that.
World Health Organization.
Yes.
They made a statistics, right?
Yes.
And a stat came out, and it said, 8 out of 10 teenagers, female teenagers, they get pregnant.
8.
The whole world. 8 out of 10. Yesterday. This is the news. Just yesterday. 8 out of 10.
Send your parents via even say obeka trying to say numuncio. Did you know? San also parents so who say obeka trying to say once you think say you are old enough and not ready to have sex, no, you choose protection.
Yes.
If you say only say everyone ma unya unkwana nyina when you
I understand.
Example,
but I think
as a health worker, HIV/AIDS.
You are more focused on STIs and those kind of things. But if you tell your and you say STI, what I can say, maybe sex is very sweet. I think that statement only outnumber what you are saying.
Okay, so listen. If I say me catch me, but me catch and say but use protection, and I say no contraceptive.
If
you tell your word to do this, I think that the number, if you tell your word to do this, maybe but maybe use protection. Do you understand?
Yes.
It will. Let me see. Increase the rate.
Yes,
not more chances. It will increase the rate of the number of people who are pregnant in this country.
Okay, so listen.
Curiosity is very solid.
Yes. Frankie.
No, I think curiosity is more than ignorance.
Let me tell you this: being ignorant is way difficult than being curious.
Yes.
Me ignorance no. Minimo.
The
moment I
But if you tell me at a tender age, sex, you, hey, mommy, sex, you. But if you are doing it, try to use protection. Do you understand?
Okay.
Most children, or like people at a younger age, they will try to go and do it. Do you understand? That's why I'm saying that. I don't agree to the point that you are saying that.
Okay.
Like, let me reframe what I said. Let me reframe it.
Frankie, this is your last point. Summarize everything up.
Like
Phyllis, summarize everything.
Okay, so what I would say that like children or worse shouldn't be exposed to those kind of things at the time. They shouldn't. Because like
why?
Because one, it can protect their innocence.
Okay.
Do you understand? Of course. It can protect their innocence.
You have the right to make this.
Yes, it can protect their innocence.
Yes, you do.
Emotionally, it will help them. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because they won't be thinking about, hey, sex. Hey, I want to do this. I want to do that. How will it feel? Do you understand?
Okay.
And also, it will also lower the rate at which girls get pregnant in this country.
You think?
I think.
Viewers, he thinks. Phyllis, round it up.
Viewers, parents, kids. This is what I have to say. Kids as old as 5 are supposed to know the topic sex, because once they are being exposed to sex by their peers, they will have the feelings going to sex.
Yes.
But once you, as a parent, tell them not to go close or to protect themselves or raise this kind of awareness.
Raise it.
Kid, listen, there's an awareness.
You are being biased. Why are you supporting
I'm not biased. That's my opinion.
Okay.
That's my opinion,
Frankie.
Frankie.
Their kids about not going to sex.
Okay.
Do you get it? We are Gen Zs. They are supposed to be in support. So why are you against me?
So how many parents?
No,
Let me give you a sense. How many parents are even able to control their words?
It's enough.
Viewers, are you listening? How many parents are even able to control their words?
Frankie.
And you are also acknowledging the
someone
person's
else is going to
Frankie,
control the
it's
world.
enough. Like
we are talking about percent. No, how many of them?
My last
How many of
That's
them?
my last point.
Frankie.
How many of them are able
There
to
is
do
a
that?
difference
made
between
your
a
point.
vast
So I
difference
think
between ignorance and then curiosity.
Yeah.
And I choose being curious.
Okay.
And not
Phyllis,
ignorant.
that's all. Phyllis, that's all. Frankie, you saying.
I also choose being ignorant.
Okay.
I
That's
choose being ignorant.
Lovely
Because if I
people.
don't know, I will not
Frankie.
go close to it.
Frankie,
When you are
done.
curious,
Phyllis,
you
you're
find
done.
more ways
Yes.
to abstain than being ignorant.
Both of you.
If I'm ignorant,
This is
I won't even go close. That's simple.
Phyllis is choosing curious. Frankie is choosing
Like
ignorant.
he doesn't know what ignorance
You
is.
also don't know
Wait,
what
Like he
curiosity is.
doesn't know.
That's
You don't
all.
understand my point.
Viewers, this is the end of this exciting episode. Like Frankie, I don't know my opinion. Viewers, who need my opinions are that? You know what I think. You know what I'm saying. Frankie, I don't know.
I know my guys will come back.
Meaning-
They'll come back at you.
So
They'll
you
support
just,
you with that.
they'll come back
My
at
guys
us.
will
No.
come back.
What do you think?
So you just leave your comments in the comment section, and that's all. Frankie, and then coming can say good to have you on this exciting episode. Yo, I don't know what you say.
Boy,
It's
everyone
all-
has
Frankie,
his different
Frankie,
opinions, so you have to
yeah.
understand
You're
me.
entitled to your opinions.
Yeah.
Phyllis, madam, you made your point loud and clear.
Yes.
And
Yeah, she
I
tried.
support
She tried.
And I hope
Don't
people
love me. She tried.
out there-
Viewers,
No,
please
listen.
follow her.
tried.
Don't follow him. Follow her.
Yes. And Phyllis Main on all social media handles. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Phyllis.
yeah, she
Phyllis,
tried,
please
but-
give your social media handles well. Give out to them.
Okay.
Yes.
Phyllis is being spelled PHYLLIS and Main is MINE
Okay.
on all social media handles. Thank
Phyllis
you.
Main.
Yes, I'm Phyllis Main.
Frankie.
Oh,
No,
actually,
no way.
people are not supposed to fear you.
My media handle is
Violence.
AI.
Violence.
You are also ignorant of this.
AI. Won't you give quite a little talk?
AI.
AI, Eja Isaac underscore Uri, that's it.
Lovely
AI.
people.
AI knows nothing about
Lovely
this.
people.
Clearly, this AI knows nothing about this
AI,
topic.
what the work commander?
What's up, Phyllis Main?
I know there are people out there who
Okay,
support you,
okay,
so-
Frankie, yeah, this is
Yeah.
a big insight, viewers. Thank you for being with us on this exciting episode. I'm your host, It's the DDY, Eddie. Thank you, and we'll meet another time. Peace out.